Hello, once again. Welcome back to all you wonderful people who are keen to learn about how to begin meditating, how to begin growing in your awareness, in your consciousness, in your ability to be self-reflecting. What's going on? Um, who did their meditation? I did mine yesterday. It was the third eye chakra, third eye. That was cool. I find it very loose. I find like that it's like very like because I think my actual like third eye chakra is really super developed. I feel like that's the area where I do have a lot of like strength. So it's like it just kind of like has so much access to that energy. It's like hard to kind of like see where I'm making progress. Like a lot of times when I do hardcore like root chakra or whatever that type of meditation, it's like I can just like feel the progress. Or even I find that's the same with like heart chakra meditation. I can just like feel the progress. This like massive amount of like processing going on. I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait for this to be over. But I find sometimes like with the kind of like the crown chakra and the third eye chakra, fucking chakras. Again, if you don't even want to use those words, I don't give a fucking shit at all. Like, who knows? It could easily just be made up bullshit. But for now, it's just handy to use it, so I'm gonna. But I do like the idea of working with the like chakra ideas, but um, it's like particularly as I'm saying, like with the third eye chakra, like yeah, it's hard for me to like feel the like resistance as clearly. It's like more nuanced, you know? So anyway, that's an idea. That's a little progress report on my game, what I'm working on. Gonna do the gonna do the hour today, obviously. You know, I'm gonna bang off a crown chakra. Just an hour. Just get it done. Why wouldn't you? One second. Okay, yeah, no, sounds good. Um, so so yeah, that's what's up. Some other ideas that I'm into right in this moment. Uh, never ever underestimate how low the bar is for like how low the bar is and how mediocrity is just so pervasive. Like mediocrity is a fucking disease and it's rampant. It's everywhere. And it's just, you're just gonna slide into it. Like you're just sliding into a warm bath and you're just gonna drown in it. It is just all pervasive and it provides nothing. So you want to just buy into that right away and accept that you're choosing a life of leaning into resistance, as Teddy Roosevelt called it, the strenuous life. Mind you, he was not a perfect person, and he was living the strenuous life like 100 years ago, and we've developed since then. So it's like hopefully we can do better things. Hopefully we can have even better ideas, and we don't have to be like warmongering and like sending all our, because it's like I often think about things like that, like someone who goes like super hard into one direction, there's obviously some kind of cost. There's usually some kind of cost for that, And I think of even like Teddy Roosevelt is a good example. Like he talked about how his time in the Rough Riders, for people who don't know, he led like a regiment or a battalion of whom he called the Rough Riders, and it was like some soldiers that he had recruited from. They were like cowboys and stuff, and this was in like the late 1800s or early 1900s during the Spanish American War, and he led them into Puerto Rico, and they like stormed up the San Juan Hill, and it was like this like huge moment, in like American history, and it was kind of like he stormed up this hill and he talked about it for like the rest of his life, like it was this like massive, like glorious adventure, you know? And I guess it was, you know, to some degree. But the truth of the matter is that you are still talking about like warfare. And so many years later, like a decade or two later, during the First World War, his son was encouraging, like he was just gung ho about it, and he had this certain mentality. I'm not trying to be like judgmental toward Teddy Roosevelt. He's a great man, you know, but I'm just trying to like show how there's balance to things. And so he really was like, we have to talk to America, like we have to join this war, we have to do it, we have to do it, encouraging everyone to join, encouraging his kids to join. But you know what? His son was killed in a dogfight. Like he was a pilot, and he was killed. And it was like Teddy Roosevelt was like ruined by it, you know. And it's just like showing a balance. Like I'm not saying it's bad to be like gung ho and like totally like hardcore in what you do, but you do have to be aware that like there is yin and yang to things. Like so he was so dedicated to like the glorious adventure and stuff, but it wasn't just, it was also a downside. Like then when his son actually went and died, it was like so traumatic for him. And so there always is this thing, like you have to be willing to like balance things out. You have to be willing to like embrace the whole spectrum of reality, the whole spectrum of experience. And lots of it fucking sucks. Like lots of it. But if you experience it and if you embrace it, it can over time be like less sucky. Like like there's always aspects that are hard, but you can start to embrace them as like not so much that it's just horrible shit, but you can embrace it like, oh, this is hilarious. Like you make plans with someone and they flake, and you can eventually be like not really mad about it. You just view it as hilarious. Like you love it. Like if people flake on me, which happens all the time, I love it. I just sit there and I'm like, oh, this is hilarious. Like I don't take it really that seriously. Like I understand people don't really have a capacity to do things that they say. So I know if someone tells me like I'm going to start meditating, like I'm going to do it, like I'm going to meditate twice this week. I realize that's not even really them talking. Like that's just things that are coming out of their mouth, but there's no overlap between what they're saying and what will really happen. There's no indicator, right? Like someone telling me, like for example, if it's about meditating, like Luke, I'm gonna meditate today. Like, and I swear on my life I'm gonna do it. I don't believe that's not any indicator at all as to what may actually happen. Like it's absolutely no indicator. It doesn't have any input on what will actually take place. So I look at the same, like if I make plans with someone, they're like, oh, I can't wait to get together. Like, let's get together tonight at this place, at this cafe or whatever. I understand that's not, it might happen, but just because they're saying it, that doesn't really influence me that much. I'm just like, oh, okay. I mean, that would be cool, but I'm open to that, but I'm not like counting on it, you know? So, but either way, like that's okay. Like it's okay. Like I embrace the whole spectrum of it, and I love it. Like it's hilarious because that's just the way that our world works. That's just the way that our reality functions, and this is like human nature. So I don't get mad at someone if they say that they're gonna begin meditating and then they don't. Like I'd be mad all the time. Like I look at it as like it's a possibility, in the same way it's a possibility that I might get struck by lightning. It's possible. There's a slim chance, but it could happen. But if someone like if some like wizard casts a spell on me and is like, Luke, now you're going to get hit by lightning because I casted a lightning spell on you. If some fucking level 9 druid puts a spell on me that I'll get hit by lightning. It's like, I understand it's possible I may get hit by lightning, but I don't really think that the druid casting a spell on me has really influenced that. So that's how I view, like, this is like the average person. This is, say, like 80 or 90% of people. That's like the mediocrity. That's like the mainstream. I understand they don't have any control over what they do and what they say. They're just being run by fucked up thought patterns that have been implanted in there from their fucking childhood or from mainstream media or from their parents or their fucking associates or shithead experiences they've had. It's just they're not in control of it. They have almost no influence on what they do moment to moment. Almost none. They really don't. And you have to realize that. Like, you probably don't either. Like, I probably fucking don't. I have a little bit because I've worked so hard on it. But it's still like trying to turn like a maniac like stagecoach. It's like riding a rampaging rhinoceros. You're just like barely able to like push it in one direction or the other. And it's like that's with like tons and tons of time and effort and meditation and reflection and like plant medicine and float tank and everything and writing and all this stuff. So if you look at a person who never did any of that, you don't even have a chance. Like, there's no chance. It's never going to work. And that's why I come with this approach. And that's why I'm going to be successful. And that's why I'm basically, as horrifying as it is, I'm to some degree a pioneer and a leader in this kind of community or sort of movement, I guess. There's lots of other people, Joe Rogan, Russell Brand, Eckhart Tolle, Tyler and Julian from RSD, like, all kinds of these people, like Infinite Waters. Like, there's so much people that are doing it, but everyone's a little bit different, and they're all pioneers and leaders themselves. And there's plenty of room. There's plenty of room. Like, holy shit, there's lots of room. Like, there's plenty more people who can be pioneers. Like, we need them desperately. Like, by the millions, please. At the least thousands, please. We need them. So I have no problem saying that because I see how it's so easy for people to slip back into mediocrity and bullshit and lies and fucking nonsense and gossip that if I just keep my shit together, I'll just rise to the top. It's like, that's what's going to happen because there's no way that people are going to be able to hold their shit together. There's like the chances of the chances of the average person just becoming addicted to pills is so high. Like, when I meet people, I automatically assume they have a fucking coke problem. Right away, I'm just like, yep, you got it. Like, I have to, like, you need to prove to me that you don't have a coke problem. Or I just assume you do. Like, to some degree, it depends. But the bar's so low. It's so low. Like, it's just almost right on the ground. Like, that's why I try to say with this, like, 333 meditation challenge I'm trying to get people to do, I hope some people are going to do it. Because you can just excel. Like, you can excel in life by doing 3 minutes of meditation. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 times a week for 3 months. And you will be like a champion. That puts you at like, you might as well have just like won $50 million. Like, it's more than that. Like, billions. Like, you're in an absolutely exclusive club of someone who actually applied themselves. Most people, and I'm realizing this more and more and more and more over time, like, most people never, ever lean into the resistance of themselves. Like, they never, ever try to take what Jocko Willink calls extreme ownership. They never take ownership of their own thoughts, of their own feelings, of their own actions, of their own relationships. Their whole life is avoiding doing that. They think that's life. They think that's reality. Is always avoiding that, always. And they never, ever take responsibility. Like, they'll take responsibility to, like, mow their lawn or, like, like, pay their taxes or whatever, or, like, change the fucking oil in their car. Like, yeah, they'll do that. But they won't ever stop to be like, oh, that's true. Maybe I have been a fucking idiot a few times. Oh, maybe I should think about that. They don't want to do that. So for me, if I like once, like in the slightest amount, like slip up and don't like, if I think maybe I missed something, I'm like, oh fuck, wait, was I a bit of a dickhead there? Like, could I have said that nicer? Could I have been a better person right there? I'm like traumatized by it. I'm like, oh fuck, like, okay, I have to work on that. Like, I could have done better. Did I have to just brush that fucking homeless person off ruthlessly? Maybe. I mean, maybe that it was for the best, but maybe not. Like, I should consider it a little bit. Not spend my whole fucking day on it, but it's like, I want to try to do the best thing here. And so if I don't do that a bit, I'm like concerned. And the more I realize it, the more I look around, it's most people never ever do that. They never can. It's just that it's the reality. And it's like, again, I don't try to say it because I don't want to live my life upset about things and like angry about things like, fuck, no one does anything. No, but it's, I just acknowledge it and I try to find some hilarity in it. Like I try to find some joy in it. I try to be like, oh, that's wicked. Like I love that. Like I love the fact that things are so hilarious. I love the fact that the bar is so low and that we're living in a world where it's like you can just do whatever you want because people are not really going to stop you, right? It's like, yeah, they'll get mad if you like try to sell fucking like a certain kind of product without the right kind of license, or like if you sell like Coke instead of sugar, yeah, the police will try to like arrest you. But if you just like acknowledge society's like very firm laws, like no, you can't just drive right through a red light. Like as long as you just acknowledge that and you're like, all right, cool, I'm willing to play by that rule. It's like if you fucking order a coffee, just say thank you to the fucking person who hands you the coffee. If you just like follow these like few steps within society, it's like for the most, as long as you live in like Western society, I'm not sure. Some of the other countries, I don't know. They could just kick your door in and fucking drag you away for nothing, probably. I don't know. But that's why we're lucky, because if we live in Western society, you have like, it could still happen. They could still do it for sure. Just one day, kick your fucking door and, oh, it just turns out we made fucking cinnamon illegal. And you had cinnamon in here, fuck you, 30 years. It could happen, and you could easily get wrapped up in bullshit, wrapped up in the legal system, fucked over, dragged away, put in a cage, rotting in a dungeon. It could happen for sure, and I'm sure it does plenty of times. But it's still, let's try not to dwell on that. Let's try to think in abundance. Let's try to think in positivity. And you can do like basically whatever you want now if you face your own resistance, if you break down your own resistance, which is so hard. It's real hard. But if you don't do that, you're just going to be a fucking dickhead, like a leaf in the wind. Even if you do get societal success, it'll still be stupid. Even if you do get a fucking Lamborghini, and like even if you do get like financially successful, it'll be weird. It'll be creeped out. Some girl will take it from you. Some guy will trick you out of it. You'll get a coke addiction. You know what I mean? You'll just be a dickhead and hopeless, and you'll just get cancer and die. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't escape this fundamental resistance that I'm talking about. It's like you either lean into it or you're wasting your time. That's it. I think for me, it's that cut and dry. You either get it going or you ain't getting shit. You ain't doing shit. You either do your 3 minutes of meditation today or just fuck off and go watch prank videos. It's that simple. Like, it's that simple. Get it done. Turn this video off right now. Go do 3 minutes of meditation and then come back. That's what you need to do. If you didn't do it, go watch The Big Brother. Go watch Big Brother. Go watch fucking, go watch The Real Housewives of fucking Sodermalm. Fucking Ostermalm. Or whatever, New Jersey or whatever, right? Like, it's that simple. Like, I don't have any time for it anymore. Like, I look at the amount of, like, just the slightest little tiny rewards that I get. This, like, the most minor of reimbursement for just this, like, massive time and effort. It's like, oh my gosh, you just have to find hilarity in the journey. Because, but it's funny though, because then I'm capable of walking by like a super high-end restaurant. I'm just walking by and it's like hilarious. I can just like lean in and just chat with the like hot girls who are just there eating their dinner. It's like, well, because I feel like I am doing my thing. Maybe someone else who's there, who has money, who purchased their way into the high-end restaurant, they feel as if they're there only really because of their money, right? They had to pay their way in. Yes, I'm willing to buy a hamburger for $100. I'm willing to buy a drink for $45. I'm willing to do that because I need to be here. I need to be in this prime time location with the other wealthy people around. I need to feel that because I need it. For me, I'm already building it within. So for me, I'm here because I earned it. I earned it. So I'll lean in on, I'll take that distance, that distance that you've propped yourself up with money. To me, that's open space. That's potential. I'm willing to lean in there because I've built myself up that I can do that. I'm willing to do that. And that's you being exposed, right? You filled that in with money. You filled that in with money. And money can be abused. Money can be a drug. Money can be falsely inflate yourself. Beware. Beware if you've been drinking fucking whiskey all night and you're picking a fight with someone. Beware, because you don't know. That whiskey may have cranked you up to the point where you think you're a black belt. You think you're a black belt. But you're not even a white, you may not even be a white belt, man. You might be white belt at best. So beware of the ways that you inflate yourself, because there will be an opportunity for nature, because nature abhors a vacuum and will fill it with something. Who knows what that might be? That could be someone who really is a black belt who will just handle you when you've been drinking whiskey. That could be me just fucking sliding by as you just are spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on some girl that doesn't really like you, but I actually have value to spread. So who knows, right? We're all on this earth, and we all have a part to play, and we all have value to build and to bring to the table. But you actually need to do it, right? You don't get to just not do it just because you made money, just because you're on coke, just because you're fucking drunk on whiskey. It doesn't give you the opportunity to avoid bringing that gift to the table. So we bring it anyway. We bring it anyway. And you know what? We bring it again. Then we bring it again. And we just bring it. And the universe in time, over the fucking eons, over the cycles of the moons and the goddamn fucking stars, the gods shift the pieces around and they spread the rewards, right? They allow the energy and the universe to spread around the rewards. So it may be you in a whole other incarnation. Who knows how things work? The fucking tectonic plates of reality are very, very nuanced, and they are obscure to our little monkey minds. And maybe it's time that you expanded your understanding of things so that you can both A, get a better grasp on things, but also B, allow a more subtle understanding of reality to come into a picture for you. And you know how you get that done? I'm going to tell you if you don't already know. It's very simple. Very simple. Want me to tell you what it is? I'll tell you if you really want to know. You should just say it. Just say it out loud. Say it with me. 3 minutes of meditation. Get it going. 3 minutes of meditation today. Like, don't wait. Why are you waiting? You don't wait. You just do it. You do it. You do it today. You do not wait. And you don't come back and watch this video. I need to have some kombucha. Anyone else drinking kombucha recently? Kombucha from Costco. It's pretty legit. So yeah, if you don't do the 3 minutes of meditation after watching this video, if you don't do your 3 minutes if you don't do your 3 minutes 3 times a week, you don't bother coming back to watch again. So you have to do your 3 minutes of meditation, okay? And it's like, it's the same as if you don't return a text, you don't keep watching all my fucking Snapchats, okay? That's how, okay, if you don't return my fucking text, don't like all my shit on Instagram, all right? Don't fucking do it. It's the same here. If you don't actually do the meditation, don't watch the video again. You're cut from the team. You didn't make the team. You're not on the team. Don't come back. You're not allowed. You're banned. So there's actually a price tag. The price is not financial. It's not like $10 to get into a club. It's not like $3 for a coffee. But it's 3 minutes of meditation. That's the price tag on this. You don't just watch, oh, Luke's fucking funny and Luke's cool. Yeah, I like his beard. Okay, that's fine. But you need to pay the price. Pay it to the fucking universe. 3 minutes of meditation. Pay it to yourself. And then pay me later. Pay me once you did the 3 months. Okay? Once you did the three minutes, 3 times a week for 3 minutes, then you can pay me. Send me a fucking dollar. Send me $100. But for now, you pay the fucking universe. You pay yourself. You get it done. You don't fuck around and pretend. You don't watch the video and pretend. You actually do it. There's nothing fucking grosser than someone who watches all all kinds of videos, and then they still behave like an idiot, right? They read like spiritual books, and then they turn around and they fucking like talk shit to their friends, talk shit about their friends behind their back. Yeah, Janie's such a fucking bitch. Yeah, oh yeah, fucking Steven, he's such a fucking idiot. Yeah, I hate him. Da da da. But you're the one who's going to yoga class every day. What are you doing? It's like people half the time just go to yoga class just to talk shit about people. It's like a new place to talk shit. It's like a little cover. It's like a little place they hide. That's what I see about some of the like spiritual fucking community. It's like a place that they can hide. I'm hiding in spiritual community. Yeah, I know. Fucking Jonathan, he's such a fucking idiot. I know. Blah, blah, blah. He's not nearly as spiritual as I am. Da, da, da. It's a real thing. It's fucking weird. And that's why I feel like my shit's good. Because I don't have to do that. I can swear, I can cuss, I can talk like an idiot, I can talk shit, I can do whatever I want because it's actually real. And that stuff that's fake, it's nothing. It's nothing, and it's very transparent. If you like that stuff, go do it then. Whatever. Go ahead. While you're at it, buy some pills. They're very easy to get. Go to your doctor and say your fucking arm hurts. My arm hurts. I was sad once. Pills. Okay, good. Then go do that. Leave your whole life on pills. Makes no difference to me. Like, this is about people who actually want the answers correctly, who actually want to do the correct thing. And they actually want to do it, right? They don't just want to make believe about it. So if you want that, then get the fuck up. Do it. Do your 3 minutes of meditation. Like, I'm going to do mine. I'm going to do my hour today. Straight up hour. Who does that? Come on, who does that? Plus, I would have done push-ups or pull-ups at the gym, but it was closed today because it's a holiday, I guess. So whatever. Push-ups, pull-ups. Definitely pull-ups. You definitely need pull-ups. I love pull-ups. Pull-ups and meditation. Those are the keys. You need them both. Okay? So, that's what's up. That's what's going on. I have 3 minutes left here for this standard half hour that I'm going to do till the end of the summer. And then I'll probably be glad to be done because, you know what, unless there's unless I get some more interest, you know, I might be struggling to stay motivated after that. But for now, I'll do it because I committed to it. And, you know, I mean, you got to commit to shit in life. You got to commit to fucking pull-ups. You got to commit to 3 minutes of meditation or an hour of meditation. You got to commit to some YouTube videos. You got to commit to looking like Brad Pitt. You got to commit to looking like fucking Tom Cruise. You got to commit to looking like a fucking light-skinned Denzel Washington. Like, and that's what I've done. You know what I mean? That's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm making these vids. Okay? Shout out to anyone who's actually going to do it. Shout out to anyone who's on Instagram, who's watching this later. Put some likes or send me a DM and just be like, that video was cool. Just do it. Why the hell not? Yeah. Oh, Sweet Caroline 99. What's up, girl? Thanks for joining. Have you been doing your meditation lately? I hope so. I hope you've been doing 3 minutes because that's what I'm proposing people do. As you know, a simple 3 minutes of meditation will 3 times a week. If you just do it once today, 3 minutes today, you actually do it. You end it after this video is over, you put on your headphones, you put on the meditation music, and you do 3 minutes. And that's going to set you up in the proper direction of life. You come back a few days later and you do another 3 minutes. Then you come back a few days later and you do another 3 minutes. That's your first week down, right? And you can do it. Like, you actually can do it. It's not impossible. It's just one step at a time. You do 3 minutes today. You just commit to that. Anyone who's watching this today, commit yourself. 3 minutes. Just as soon as this video is over, you just do fucking 3 minutes. You just do it. You just fucking do it. You don't think about the rest of the time. You don't think about, but it's going to be, no, I can't do it every day. I'm too busy. But none of that matters right now. We're not talking about that. The only thing we're talking about is you doing 3 minutes today. And that's all you care about. That's number one priority. That is the most number one priority of your entire life. Seriously. It's the most important thing you will ever fucking do. is 3 minutes of meditation today. That is it. That you just have to accept that. That's the reality of where you're at. That's how slow it's going to be. That's the building blocks. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with one fucking step. You start with one step. You want to climb Everest? You still got to start with one step. Everyone who ever did anything started with one little step. So you actually have to do it. And then you learn and you grow along the way and you become a different person. You become a better person. You grow as a person. You learn as a person. The whole thing improves. The whole thing, then you actually become on the journey. You become the kind of person who you always want to be. You become the kind of person that you were like as a little kid when you thought like things were an adventure and you thought that like you like reading like adventure stories or whatever. Your life actually becomes an adventure. And it does. It's you're still the one who has to like endure it all and it can be uncomfortable and it's not what you think. It's not a movie. It's a real life. It's a real thing. And that's why and people will look at you. That's the thing. People will look at you and they'll know something's different. They'll know it. They absolutely know it. You'll get good reactions, you'll get bad reactions, you'll get people who will avoid you, you'll get people who will confront you, right? You'll get a lot of things, but at the end of the day, you're going to know that you're doing the right thing. You're doing the real path. Boom. It's the warrior's path, man. It's your path. It's my path. It's all of our paths. Okay? So, that being said, that was 30 minutes, actually 31 minutes. So, that's all we're going to do for today. Thanks for anyone who's checking this out. Please send me a message. Please leave a comment. Just say some shit. Just be like, Luke, I can't believe how much you look like fucking Tom Cruise today. You look exactly like fucking Tom Cruise. With a little, you look either like Tom Cruise or maybe Brad Pitt's twin brother. Okay, anyway, enough shit. But anyway, do your meditation. Peace the fuck out. I'm going to do mine. All right, goodbye.